During our Farm Basics time today, we're going to talk a little about why farmers, or at least some of the reasons why farmers, may let their crops stand all the way until spring instead of harvesting them in the fall.
This is certainly common some years and then not other years. And you may wonder, well, wait a second, are they changing practices here? Because one year I see quite a bit of corn out in the field left until spring, and the next year it's all gone. Why could that be?
Yeah, and sometimes people just run out of time for harvest. So whether the snow hits or it's raining or something goes wrong with their equipment, there are a lot of reasons why a farmer may end up in a bad spot and just quite frankly can't get everything done until spring. But what we really wanted to talk about today, because I think that's pretty obvious, what we wanted to talk about today are the reasons why a farmer on purpose would let that crop stand all the way till spring. And reason number one for me is in the northern United States, a lot of times there just flat out is not enough heat to get the corn finished and dried all the way down. And so when a farmer goes to harvest in late October, just before or just as it starts snowing, they realize, uh-oh, this corn's 30% moisture. That's going to cost a lot of money to dry down. How about if I just let it stand till spring and then it will dry down and then I can harvest much drier grain in the spring?
Another reason could be there's just no place to go with the grain. Maybe the elevators are all full. Maybe the ethanol plant's got all it can handle for right now, or and maybe the timing just doesn't work.
Or maybe your yields were just so great that all your bins are full.
Well, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, hopefully that happens.
Well, another thing, if you've got plenty of grain, you may leave some strips out in the field for the wildlife to eat on. If you've got deer in your area and you're an avid hunter, or you have lots of hunters that come out to your property, you may leave plenty of corn out there to make sure they're well fed through the winter. Or it could simply be that you want to catch snow. So you're using a few rows of corn out in a field as a snow fence. And farmers often would do this in areas that are a little bit drier. They want to try and catch snow drifts in the field to keep more moisture in the field. Or they may do it just off of a gravel road, thinking, you know what, if I can catch that snow in the field, there'll be less snow across that gravel road out in the country.
All right, and the last reason that I can think of why farmers would leave a crop out there on purpose is it's not really a crop. It's what we would call a cover crop. It's just something that they have growing out there to hold the soil down and reduce erosion.
Well, occasionally you will see a crop that gets left out in the field until spring, and there are a lot of reasons why. But one of the reasons that we wouldn't leave a crop out there is to try to protect our weed of the week. We want to kill this thing because it can rob your yields. We'll show you how to do that coming up later in the show.